Hey everyone, and welcome to the Mount Juliet Police Department Community Connection. And I'm kind of chuckled up a little bit, laughing because I'm watching Rich, what's called backstage on video, just making sure everything looks okay with the mustache and the beard. So, Rich, you had me cracking up, but I'm glad you could join us live. And everyone who's watching, 63 of you live right now, thanks for joining this afternoon. It's been what, about a week or 2 weeks since we came to you live. We did not come to you live last week. We had a little busy day that day and just simply could not get to it. But it was busy yesterday, and we knew we needed to get to a live this week. So we are sure to come to you live today on a Friday afternoon. So thanks, folks, for being here. Rich, how's your day going, man? And the beard looks fine. So I don't know what you were combing or fixing, but everything looks good.
Doing good, Cap. Thanks. Been a busy day, but it's been a good day.
All right, awesome. Well, I guess take us to the weekly update, July 29th through August the 4th.
Yeah, for sure. So going right into our numbers this week, we had 901 police calls for service, 76 fire department calls for service, 20 crime reports, 60 arrest charges, 300 364 traffic stops, 164 citations, 34 non-injury crashes, and 5 injury crashes. So injury crashes came down a little more, non-injury crashes went up a little more. We're finding that midsummer balance. Hopefully they'll all go back down.
Yep, good deal.
And in the crime reports, we had 7 property damage reports, 4 family disturbances, 3 stolen vehicles, 2 burglaries. One was into a business, that big incident last week, and then one into a boat up at the marina, 2 forgeries, a fraud, and a theft from a hotel room. And on our arrest charges, we've got 20 driving on suspended or revoked, 11 warrants, 6 simple possession of drugs, 5 possession of drug paraphernalia, 4 for no driver's license, 3 each of shoplifting, theft of a motor vehicle, and domestic assault simple, and 1 each of the move over law, criminal simulation, criminal trespassing, forgery, and joyriding. And on our neighborhood traffic enforcement efforts, had a good week here. We covered Del Webb, Golden Bear Gateway, Wintry Trace, Park Glen, Old Pleasant Grove Road, Nicholsville, 4th Avenue, and Jackson Hills area. 57 total stops, 34 citations, and 1 arrest.
Yeah, and those efforts, folks, are from our neighborhood traffic enforcement team, officers dedicated just to keeping neighborhoods safe, neighborhood streets safe, which really, you don't think they get a lot of attention by our police officers because our police officers are typically on more of the main roadways and responding to calls for service. But we want to ensure that those neighborhood streets get the attention that they need. And that's where our community engagement unit traffic officers go out and provide that attention based off complaints that we receive, based off of traffic radar studies that we conduct with a covert box to let us know what the problem is related to speeding or unsafe driving in neighborhoods. And you can see the neighborhoods and streets that they hit. And it looks like they did good work. 57 stops and again, 34 citations.
For sure. And then getting on to the Guardian Shield program, we've got 79 stolen cars, 39 stolen plates, 3 stolen trailers, a missing juvenile, and 23 wanted persons.
Hey, continue to work well. I think we added 4 or 3 numbers to that since last week. So good stuff.
Yep, and that's what I got for you this week.
Very cool. Rich, you saw the good news too. We were working on it, trying to get this update out to our community before the weekend. But we are going back to text message based alerts. But you can still get a app alert should you want that through Smart 911 app, or get a phone call should there be any alerts that we send out. It'll call your phone and wake you up to be sure that you are well aware. So we have a new program coming out that will take the place of Atlas One called MJ Alert, basically short for Mount Juliet Alert, which is the new service we are offering to our community to ensure everyone gets the alerts that they enjoyed so much before we went to an app-based alert, and that is simply just a text message alert. So there are different ways you can register for this, whether it's on the web by text or by downloading the Smart 911 app. But if you simply just want the text alert, text the letters MJ to the phone number 67283. Super simple. And then if you like to get the alerts about the construction blasting in the community, text BLAST to the phone number 67283. And you will also get the blast notification alerts, where our fire marshal, fire chief send out these alerts just before they pull the trigger on construction blasting. So if you hear a rumble, you know what it is. And that's typically construction blasting. But these alerts will also cross post to our Twitter, our Facebook as well. But if you want to be connected with us again via text, just text MJ to 67283. And we released this 30 minutes ago. We already have over 1,000 people signed up on this system. And we just simply did not get that engagement off of Atlas One. Around this time now, we only have about 5,000 folks registered on that app. And when we left Nixle a while back before they raised the price on us, we had about 60,000 people registered to receive our alert. So we hope through this new program, MJ Alert, we hope to truly get back up to about 60,000 and engage with us and connected with us via our community notifications and text alerts. So it seems like everyone is super excited. We are leaving the app, going to a solution that provides text, also phone calls. You can also download an app if you truly like the app-based alerts. And it's connected with Smart 911. And Rich, you are familiar with Smart 911. I know our Wilson County 911 organization uses this app as well. We are connected to it through our 911 connection with Wilson County 911. Tell us a little bit more about Smart 911, Rich.
Yeah, so Smart 911 is a great service. It's all part of this new alert program that we've signed up for. Smart 911 basically allows you, the user, to go in there and put as little or as much information in as you're comfortable with. Things like your medical situations, if you have any, or family members in your home. You can link your cell phone to your address. So if you ever call 911 from your cell phone, the first thing they're going to see when it pops up is your address, your direct home address. You can put in there your vehicles, your family members, your pets, medications. You can put in there as little or as much as you want. And it's kind of a nice clearinghouse for all of your personal information for the 911 system. And it's super safe and super secure. The dispatchers can't just randomly go in there and start searching for stuff and looking for people and their personal information. The only time they have access to that information is if you call 911. Something else that's really cool about it is if you go to another area that subscribes to Smart 911, like for example, here we have Metro Nashville right next door to us that also uses Smart 911. If you go into Metro Nashville and call 911, they can also see your Smart 911 information. So they'll have all your emergency information, vehicle information, any of that pertinent information that they may need in emergency to help you. So Smart 911 is a great service. It's growing nationwide. So it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, very, very cool, Rich. And thank you for, going into those details. But this app, this new program, MJ Alert, will be a lot better, a lot easier for our community to get back on. Super easy. Again, just text MJ to 67283 and you are registered automatically. But we do encourage folks to go to our city's website, go to the information that we've posted on social media already. And there's a link, and you can click that link to provide a little bit more information, which will allow you to ensure you're connected through the Smart 911 system. If you do call 911, we can have more information about you to keep you and your family safe out there. And let me figure this out. There we go. Rich, I don't know what I clicked. Okay, we're back to where we normally are. Good deal. School's back in session, so I'm sure some of you right now are probably sitting in traffic on Mount Juliet Road. Obviously, please don't drive distracted if you're watching us. Maybe you're just listening to the audio. But there is school traffic back in the community. We've had big issues out of the Mount Juliet Middle School traffic before school and after school. And we're simply just doing what we can to work with the school system to try to make it a little bit better. There's a lot of traffic. Both middle schools are going there. I think they have 1,700 students. And not many people are using the bus. So that's a lot of traffic in that area. And you can only fit so many potatoes in a potato sack at once. And they're really trying to do what they can to keep traffic moving. The queue backs up onto Mount Juliet Road, which then blocks Mount Juliet Road travel lanes, which then prevent the flow on Mount Juliet Road. But we're talking with the school. I believe they're going to tweak the traffic plan back to last year's plan come Monday. But stay tuned to the information that the school sends out to know if that's actually going to happen. But they are looking at the traffic plan to hopefully make this better. But with school back in session, don't forget there's school zones, reduce speed limits in areas. And if those lights are flashing and when children are present at the school, those school zones are in effect. And there's going to be students waiting at the bus in neighborhoods, getting on and off the bus at different moments on our streets. And crossing guards are out there directing traffic. So please just keep an eye on them. And about, school buses, right? To know when the school bus turns on its red flashing beacons, opens up that stop bar to let students off, you have to pay attention to see that. And when our officers stop motorists for this violation, the motorist simply always tells us, well, I didn't see the school bus. Well, that's another problem because that motorist obviously was not paying attention to the roadway and the hazards in the situation around them as they're driving. So please just pay attention. A little overview on the school bus law. If you're on a roadway that looks like letter A here, it's a 2-lane road, vehicles travel in both directions. If that school bus makes a stop, those red lights are flashing, you also have to stop on all lanes of travel. Same with multi-lane paved roads like Lebanon Road, looks like B here. All vehicles must stop. But if you are on a divided highway where it's unpaved in the center, or there is a center dividing barrier, the opposite lanes from the bus do not have to stop that are heading the other direction. And that would be a roadway that looks like C on your screen. You always have to go slow, be cautious, because there's kids getting off the bus. They're walking around these roadways at any given time. But the best way to keep ourselves safe and the kids safe is really just to pay attention when you're driving so you can see the pedestrian, so you can see the hazard, or you can see that school bus on the roadway letting children off. So please pay attention when you're out there. New weather warning sirens will sound tomorrow. Wilson County Emergency Management Agency's monthly test of the siren system. They manage this program. They wanted us to get this information out to you. So the new outdoor weather warning sirens are at Green Hill High School, Mount Juliet High School, and Wilson Central High School. So if you live around those areas, you will hear these sirens, and they're truly meant to just warn you when you're outdoors, but sometimes you hear them indoors, but never rely on them to alert you while you are inside a structure, because that's just not how they work. They're simply to warn people who are outdoors, and these sirens are placed where there is a lot of outdoor activity, such as near schools, such as near parks or greenways. That's where they'd like to place these sirens. So they will sound for the first time tomorrow at noon during the monthly test. I want to give a shout out to Del Webb. We had a coffee with a cop event special to Del Webb this week, and we got to just interact with residents and do a question and answer session with them. They were super nice, super accommodating. We really just appreciate Del Webb and all their support to us and our community. They do a lot here. They do a lot for Rutland Elementary School too, because it's kind of the school they adopt because it's right across the street from Del Webb. But really appreciate them. And Rich, you were out there at Del Webb too, weren't you?
I was. You can just barely see me hiding behind Chief there in the one picture, but
oh, there you are.
Yep. But yeah, it was a good time. There was a lot of great folks, and they had a lot of good questions, and they were really happy to see us. It was a lot of fun.
Good deal. I know you have some other shout outs to give us too, don't you?
I do. First shout out. I want to, in fact, they're Del Webb residents, John and Pat Schote. I'm a little late. It's kind of a belated 60th anniversary, but they just recently celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to John and Pat Schote.
Yeah.
Glad you guys are out there watching.
Awesome.
They're actually mom and dad to Miss Karen, one of our new employees.
Gotcha. Karen Ackerman at the new investigative house, huh?
Yep, for sure.
Awesome.
And wanted to shout out to Mr. Nader. He has been keeping us, Mr. Nader from Mountain Juliet Donut Shop has been keeping us extremely well stocked in donuts the last few days. So Mr. Nader, we appreciate you very much. And thank you for all the good sweets, and everybody has been really enjoying them. And yesterday, Chick-fil-A took care of us with a good bit of food that they catered to us yesterday. We had a situation yesterday, and Chick-fil-A was nice enough to reach out and bring us a bunch of food to take care of all the troops. And so huge shout out to Chick-fil-A and Mr. Ray and the gang down there. It was really appreciative. And one last one, quick shout out to one of our detectives, Jennings Taylor, celebrated his birthday. So happy birthday, Detective Taylor.
Yeah, we've had a lot of birthdays this week, haven't we?
We have indeed. Yes, Captain, we have.
Yeah. Funny stuff. A lot of the first week of August birthdays around here, but hey, whatever works.
Somebody actually brought you a cake too.
Yeah, I did get a cake, and I need to give shout outs too. So Georgina, thank you for the cake and the Cokes. People know I like diet drinks. I think my body flows instead of blood. It's Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Mountain Dew. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. But hey, we all get older, don't we? And it's just something to embrace and keep on keeping on, right?
You still look 15.
I still look 15. That's good. I still look the days when I was a police explorer running around here.
Got the picture to prove it.
Got the picture. There we go. I hope you don't show it. Right. What's the weather looking like?
Weather's they upgraded the chances for rain and storms tonight a little bit. We're up to a 30 and 40% chance this afternoon and tonight. Tomorrow it's going to clear up pretty good for the weekend, so we're going to have a pretty good weekend. Going to start getting warmer though. Coming in early next week. Lows will be overnight in the 70s. We're getting back up there in the 90s. So yeah, it's getting a little warmer again. And
It
then
does look bad.
getting
We have any
over
rain
here.
coming? Oh,
Hmm?
that's right now.
Yeah, this is live right now.
You can tell I haven't been outside all day. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have any windows in my office.
I actually ran to Lebanon earlier for a vehicle emissions test and
Yeah.
drove into a wall of rain. It was pretty interesting. So they're popping up around here like crazy today, folks. So be careful. If you're driving and you hit a wall of rain, definitely slow down, take it easy, be patient. Make sure you turn your lights on. Remember, lights on when raining. It's the law. So be safe.
Yeah, good deal. Let's give away a gift card.
Sure.
And so the keyword that you have to enter is different because we're going to promote our new alert system, MJ Alert. So you know the drill. We have a gift card to Burger Republic here for you. So type in the comments wherever you are, YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, hashtag MJ Alert. No spaces before or after or in between. And it will register you for this. And we'll let it collect entries, and then we'll do a draw, and we'll see who wins the Burger Republic gift card. And if you win, simply just email me. I'm going to put my email in the comments. Email me your address, and we'll have it dropped off to you or sent by mail to your home. And you're eligible to win if you are in Wilson County or any county connecting to Wilson County. So type in MJ Alert gift card for you to Burger Republic, which is a good little burger place on the south end of town and across from Providence Marketplace.
Or your little carrier pigeon in the big truck might come and bring it.
Yep, or Rich in the big truck may come drop it by, but someone will get it to you for sure. And the sooner you email your address to me, if you're a winner, the sooner you'll get it.
Ooh, look at that, we're up to 35 already.
It's good, huh? Wonder if we have more engagement today, Rich, because folks are sitting in school traffic watching us.
That's good and bad.
Maybe just parked in a parking lot. Maybe just because it's Friday. Normally we do a Thursday. Thursday is kind of a weird day. We may have to see if Fridays work out better.
Maybe we should take a poll.
I don't know.
Maybe after we're done with our MJ Alert giveaway, we should poll that.
All right.
Thursday or Friday live videos.
Well, of course, the people that are watching Friday will like Friday, though. You know?
I don't know. I bet we got some of our regulars there with us today.
I hope so.
Wow, we're up to 41.
Yeah,
maybe the Burger Republic.
We'll take your questions too, folks. We like these updates to be interactive. So once we give this away, we'll do the draw very close. I'm going to go ahead and hit the draw button, and then we'll take questions after the winner's selected. All right. Who's it going to be?
Well, there's a lot of names.
A lot of names. Who we got? Dennis Burnside, and it's actually off of Periscope Twitter. So very cool. Typically, we get a Facebook winner, but we have a Periscope Twitter winner. So, Dennis, do me a favor. My email should be in the comments here. Just shoot me an email, and we will definitely get your address from that and get the gift card to you. Thank you all for participating. That's exciting stuff. We had 43 entries, and Dennis Burnside from the Twitter Periscope is our winner. So, cool stuff. All right, folks, if you have any questions, just type that in, and we'll be glad to get to any question that you have if we can answer it. Of course, some stuff, if it's investigative in nature, it would not be appropriate for us to answer stuff like that because we do not want to hurt any investigation, but we'll try to see what we can get to. Rich, what do you have going on this afternoon?
I'll be getting out on the road tonight and having a little fun working.
Okay. Good deal. Mickey asks, is there a specific time date that you do these updates, or is it random? So, Mickey, typically it's an afternoon on a Thursday or a Friday. Thursday is more often than Friday. Typically, we like to go around 3 o'clock. That doesn't always happen, because when you're in the police business, we really don't control our day too much. And sometimes activity controls it for us. All right, I got a question about dirt bikes around Rutland. So, Georgina, dirt bikes, they are not legal on city streets. So basically, any vehicle that cannot have a license plate, it is not legal on city streets or sidewalks. Now, there are some street legal bikes that look like a dirt bike, and they're very, very similar, but they will have a license plate on the back. Those are legal for city streets, but your typical kids riding dirt bikes around, that is not legal activity.
And that same kind of thing applies to golf carts too.
Yep, same to golf carts too. There are certain vehicles that kind of look like a golf cart, but they have upgraded safety measures to meet the highway safety standards, and they're allowed to have a license plate, and they can go on certain streets at certain speed limits. A question from Sarah: if she goes into labor, can I call the non-emergency number for an escort during traffic hours? So, Sarah, that is not the case. So if there is anyone in a medical emergency, which would be maybe labor, then you call an ambulance, and the ambulance will respond and take you to the hospital safely and ensure you're taken care of. But definitely, if you're in a situation where you don't think you can get to the hospital safely, call 911, and ambulance will respond, and they will certainly take care of you. But congratulations on your upcoming birth. Debbie has the question, so I can go ahead and delete Atlas 1. So yes, Debbie, you can delete Atlas 1 as of about 3:45 this afternoon. We sent our first alert over MJ Alert. And if you are registered, you can delete Atlas 1. That'll be phased out very, very quickly. Our contract ends with that program on August the 16th. And our new contract is already in effect for MJ Alert. Kathy has a question about the lady whose phone was found by the interstate. So, Kathy, we're still trying to track down that suspect. Of course, we did end up finding that lady. If you go to mjpdnews.org, it goes into detail about that incident, and you can get more details on it. But thankfully, the lady is safe, and the suspect, we believe, is out of the state. And we're working on tracking that suspect now. Carol's question: what's the law regarding golf carts in residential neighborhoods? So, Carol, the basic golf cart is not legal on any city street. If it's a private neighborhood that is gated, then those streets are not considered city streets. They're considered private property, and golf carts are legal. But for a golf cart to be upgraded to a low speed or medium speed vehicle, which allows it to get a license plate, it has to have some safety standards that meet the federal guidelines. And typically, most of your golf carts do not meet those guidelines. But if it's tagged, it means it has gone through a process to meet those guidelines and has been inspected to get a license plate, and which makes it legal for the city streets. A question about who decides where the deer crossing signs go. Rich, I know that's not us. My guess is probably the state on state roadways and public works, city engineering on city roadways. So my guess is probably a combination of traffic data that's submitted to the state. They can probably see what has high crashes involving deer. And the same with us in the city. If we have that high impact area of deer, they typically will place out those deer crossing signs. Question here from Tyler Hicks: is MJ Alert an app? So there's multiple ways MJ Alert works. You can get a text, a phone call, an email, or you can download the app, which the app is called Smart 911 on the Android store and also the Apple store. Most people, we believe, will prefer the text because that is what everyone enjoyed so much. So we wanted to bring text alerts back. But this platform has multiple ways you can receive an alert from us. All right. Susan has the question about the suspect that burglarized motor cars of Nashville last week. That's still under investigation. We have not had any recent burglaries related to this suspect. Doesn't mean they can happen, because in our previous, it kind of went a couple weeks before the suspect popped up again, but they're still investigating it. They have some leads that they're following up on, but we have not made an arrest in that suspect. We simply just believe he was able to hide and get out of our perimeters, because there's always a period of time when a suspect runs from an officer that takes to get more officers there to set up a true tight perimeter. And there's moments that suspect can get away. All right. Any other questions? Just type those in. We'll be glad to get to them. Once we end this, I'm going to go through get my car and go out and check some school zones and just see. Hopefully traffic has died down by now. But yesterday, about 4:45, we still had a lot of traffic related to schools. All right, good deal. Rich, you got anything else?
I think we covered it all today pretty well.
Think you got it all? Okay, cool, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Get registered for MJ Alert. If you were joining late, rewind this to the earlier part of this broadcast. We talked about it, but the information to register is also on our social media, Facebook, Nextdoor, and Twitter, so you can get it from there. But like always, folks, it's an honor and privilege to serve you. If you need anything at all, you know who to call. Our officers are here to serve, and they run into danger and deal with dangerous people. And they're even willing to put their lives ahead of others just to keep our community safe. So, folks, have a wonderful weekend and stay safe.